All right, welcome back. Pop had his go. We are on part two. I had a couple things to say off camera, but hopefully I can get back into the groove of it. But we're gonna watch a little bit more of this video, see if there's anything else that we can get into. Low key, just based off of what he said, like he kind of proved Kanye right with what he was saying, and of course you can misconstrue whatever you want. You can take things out of context and shape it to what you want it to be. Because even though Kanye said wild shit, it's words. At the end of the day, he didn't perform any actions. And that's how I look at it is I don't believe that words are something that should hurt people. And we're growing up in a different time where words are literally people's, like, you said this about me and I felt threatened, when it's not really threatening to just say words. If you have a strong sense of who you are and what you believe in, you should be able to say that. But nowadays, you have to hold your tongue for a lot of things. I mean, but without further ado, let's get back into the video and we'll see how far we get into this before we jump to something else.
And live below the poverty line. Your generalization stemming from your individual reality in this video game of life does not define the experience of an entire collective. Your jealousy comes from looking at our results. But if you want to understand the why, you should look at the millions of Jews who've suffered, bled, and died to make sure we are still here, and the efforts that our ancestors have invested to make sure we live on and push forward. Any people's past must never turn them into victims or poison their hearts at the sight of positivity outside of their own context.
And the Jewish people, after the Holocaust, they said it's never again, and they went and they got their respect. And I respect Jewish people for that, right? But we in the championships of life, right? And I'm telling the Jewish people like this, I need my ring too.
Unlike basketball or football, it doesn't have to be only one people who wins. Jews after the Holocaust were able to rise together and revive their ancient civilization. And although you see that, there's plenty the Jews still have to overcome. We are all expressions of one, and although the oneness can infinitely break down and expand, the world must find the perfect balance between our individuality and the greater collective we belong to.
And my kids are going to a school that teaches black kids a complicated Kwanzaa. I prefer my kids knew Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. At least it will come with some financial engineering.
To Jews, this sounds crazy because Hanukkah has nothing to do with financial engineering at all. It's about a movement of warriors who stood up to Western imperialism and liberated their people. But of course, if you only surround yourself by mostly very assimilated Jews and never learn the story of the Maccabees, but instead were only exposed to Jewish chocolate gelt, I can see how you came to the wrong and shallow conclusion of Hanukkah being about financial engineering. By the way, the reason we spin dreidels and have gelt is to remember that under the Hellenistic Greeks, practicing our culture was forbidden, and when Greek soldiers would come to Jewish homes, Jews would quickly hide their books and pull out their dreidels and coins to pretend they were playing games rather than studying Torah. Gelt represents the distraction tactics we use to keep our culture alive, not ancient tax strategies or biblical crypto secrets. Look, I must admit that it's clear to me that your comments are also coming from a place of deep respect you have for the Jewish people. You are outright saying that you want your kids to celebrate Hanukkah. What anti-Semite wants their kids to celebrate Hanukkah? You also clearly value financial engineering, and since many Jews have found innovative ways of being financially successful, you want to emulate that. But the way it came off just ain't it.
Right. It is very important to have the black vote be in groupthink and to not separate from the thought and be completely in line with the agenda of the left, the Jewish media, and the Chinese.
Chinese got something to do with it?
I'm Me Tooing the Jewish culture right now and saying, y'all gotta come out and say what y'all have done. Between the mob action, what they'll do for groupthink, like if you go against them, I put the White Lives Matter t-shirt and they cancel my shows. And I came back and I was like, no, f the Jewish media. And everybody's like, what? Wait, what?
Jews are one people. But there is no higher Jewish office or elite secret body that decides to push negative agendas onto the world on behalf of the Jewish people. You have every right to be against individuals which happen to be Jewish, but it's your lack of an understanding of the Jewish experience and how anti-Semitic tropes have historically worked that makes you think it's okay to use language that generalizes all Jews. In practice, this results in the extremes from all groups within society to conclude that Jews are the reason for their pain, which fuels a desire to eradicate us. After having spoken to thousands of anti-Semites from around the world, from neo-Nazis,
I don't care about your fake Holocaust.
Jews run child rape rings. That's why Donald Trump is president.
to Israel haters,
Every Jew should get on their knees and beg for forgiveness for the theft of Palestine.
to every type of anti-Semite you can imagine.
Alors tous les Israéliens sont mauvais?
Ben ouais,
Tous.
tous.
Il n'y en a pas un qui est bon.
Sans exception.
Et moi je suis israélien.
Hein?
It has become clear that
So, like,
Let's put a lot of things in perspective, to be honest.
so this is what like irks me because okay, we're comparing Kanye to like people who actually hate Jewish people. The whole time this guy is going through the video, Kanye is saying, I respect the Jewish people. I want my family to be like the culture that they
Yeah, to be like the culture that he wants to emulate their culture, pretty much.
essentially, yeah. So that's why I got Pop here. He's a smart one. I'm just here for the good
Bro.
things, you know,
Yeah, chill.
entertainment, yo. So you know, but either way. So the thing is the worst part about it is most people wrote Kanye off as soon as he put that magma hat on. Period. Anytime, like as soon as Kanye West put on magma hat and probably dropped Yeezus, according to a lot of people. But if you actually listen to Yeezus, it was talking about the early stages of what he's talking about now. I really think a lot of people lost Kanye at My Dark Fantasy, which was like another album that was very not off the wall, but it wasn't the normal stuff. And like we've said, is like you've said to me plenty of times, is Kanye West is seen as a rapper, producer, any of that stuff. If he does anything outside of that box, people are like, yo, you're out of your lane. But why is that? Why is Kanye West not able to talk about anything that's going on in the world that affects him, which he's seen firsthand, and then he's instantly shunned when he says like one or two things? How many people supported Donald Trump outside of Kanye West? And pretty much anybody who was Black who supported Donald Trump was shunned. Pretty much like, if you're Black and you support Donald Trump, then it is what it is. Like, you are not a Black person. You are not a part of the Black community, this, and that. So we as a people already shun our own based off of what they believe in, because what is the Black hive mind? What is exactly Black culture? Twerking, like having multiple babies, daddies, babies, mamas, having kids that we don't take care of, going to school, wasting our time, getting degrees that we don't even use, shooting and killing each other, beating each other up just for being in the wrong neighborhoods, not owning businesses. And even if you do have a Black-owned business, people don't realize how much it takes to own a business and run a business. We own a clothing line. We own two clothing lines. One is in work right now. The second one is literally so expensive to keep running because we don't have the infrastructure. That's the thing. It's like, we can't go to another Black business and be like, hey, we know that you guys got these shirts for the low. Like, we're trying to get them to put our prints on it and everything like that. We're trying to get designs made because all this stuff costs money. So by the time we end up making one sweater, one hoodie, we made two hoodies, two exclusive hoodies. We have our purple hoodie, and then we have our green hoodie. Both of those hoodies, to even come out even to make money off of them, they have to be sold for $160, period. That's just, I'm going to keep 100% with you. Those sweaters, with every design, is 10 to 15 bucks to put a word on or put something on the sleeve. It has a sleeve, persistence, perseverance, and it has it on the back, and then it has Solomon's crown. I'll show it to you. I'll link it in below. But in order to just make the hoodie, it's already 60 bucks. I think I think it's 80 or 90 bucks. So then we sell it for like 150, 160. We're making $20 off this after shipping and everything. So why is it that that's not okay for us to try to make money so that we can make cheaper products. But it's okay for people to go to Gucci and
drop 5 bands easy.
drop $5,000 on one shirt. Like you got Future and all these rappers telling us like, oh, we need to go buy $700 shirts. And then as soon as your homeboy, as soon as your friend posts that they're making shirts and it's 120, 140, you're like, oh no, I can't do that, bro. It's not really what I'm looking for. And I'm not gonna cap. The hoodies that we made are good. I wear them hoodies all the time. They're literally thick hoodies. You could wear them in the wintertime. You could low-key wear them as a light coat or like a light sweater because we have those too. But that's the thing about the Black community. We don't care about supporting each other. It's always like, oh, your prices are too high. We hear it all the time. My friend started a business and the prices are too high. There's reels about it on Instagram. But as Black males, we'll go pay for OnlyFans subscriptions. We'll be on Twitter. We'll be on Twitter talking about, oh, this chick is bad. Oh, let me get in her DMs. Let me slide in there. This and that. And we got Black chicks. We got chicks in general throwing pussy on Twitter. I saw a thread the other day.
Literal porn, bro. Like literal. Like I'm not an avid user of social media, and Will can attest to this. I legit grew up with Facebook, and that's the most thing I use.
MySpace.
And it was, bro,
Black Planet.
I'm not that old.
Hey,
but Will show me some stuff, like just trying to like get content, and like you'll see little porn on the Twitter, and it's like, so, but Donald Trump can be banned because he said some words, but like you have porn where kids go on. It's like, this is wild to me, bro.
There's a lot of stuff that's bannable, but if it's making them money, that's what is not bannable. Like Twitter,
Same thing.
Literally, some chick posted, yo, send me nudes. I'm like, there ain't no way. Ain't no way this is about to happen. I clicked the thread and low-key, pause, it was a lot of dick pics on there. I'm not even gonna cap.
What?
And the thing is, it was Black dudes.
Hey, yo.
Pause. But either way, I was doing this for research. I had to burn my eyes out.
Hold up. Pause, bro.
Bro, it's for the betterment of mankind. Real shit. Like, I'm confident in my sexuality that I'm just like, yo, I gotta scroll past, like, where you do the squinty eye where you're not really looking at it, but like in the outline. Like, bro, I'm doing this for everybody else. Cause like low key, and it wasn't just Black dudes, it was Black females on there too, but it was mostly Blacks on there, is what I'm trying to get at. Is like,
yeah,
why are we just like literally like as Black men being on Twitter throwing our dicks out? Why are we as Black women, we're talking about, oh, Black queens this, Black queens that, and we're literally butt ass naked on Twitter, a social media app that is literally for the public that anybody can see. But that's another thing, is like we're in this mentality where this shit don't matter.
Yeah, like I see all the time Black women just like twerking on anything, like sucking on doorknobs, like sticking out their tongues.
But what the excuse will be? Like, oh, well, these white girls can do it, so why can't we? Or, oh, these white girls are out here making money off of OnlyFans, so we need to do it too. Or these Latino chicks are out here throwing it back, so we can do it too. That's not how things work. Like, that's like me saying like, oh, I saw this thread where everybody's showing their dicks. So like, yo, you know what? Like, let me just get my camera out. Like, hey, we in here. Like, no, like that's not how this works. Yo, what if I wanted to start an OnlyFans and put my junk on OnlyFans? Y'all over flooding the market right now. Dick pics are oversaturated. You can't even sell a dick pic. Like,
yo, pause, bro. Yo, you good? You good, bro?
Nah, I'm struggling out here. What you mean, bro? No cap. My junk's kind of nice. Pause.
Hey, yo.
But let's not get off a topic. Like, okay, like we're joking around and everything like that, but are we? OnlyFans really made on 7? Yo, chill. Nah. I mean, nah, but either way, the thing is I don't see how Kanye can lose his deals and everything like that for words. Because low key, even though that dude was spitting facts, he was also kind of taking jabs. Like, but that's the thing that we talked about before, where it's like, if Kanye had an actual speaker for him and he didn't just be so blunt, his messages wouldn't come off as Semitic. That's
Anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic, the new word of the week.
It's not a new word. It's been a word for a while, but
I mean, but it's the trending, it's the
the
key
trending
word.
word, yeah.
Because last week it was misogyny, and then before that it was fat phobia. And as you guys can see, like every time we come into somebody being banned on social media, it's one of these words being thrown around. I'm not gonna like truthfully, me personally, if you know me off of this platform, you know that I'm very blunt. And being on this platform, I have to kind of hold myself back. So we're gonna make a Patreon, and
Oh yeah.
we can just talk about things. And I want to say a logical sense, or like a hey, we have research, we've done research, and we can have a conversation, rather than I look at social media all day and I believe everything I see and I don't do research. And I saw this on Twitter, so it's real. I'm over that. I also know that I cannot say everything that I want to say because it's not worth it.
Yeah, free
Like,
speech doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, if we're being honest, it doesn't. You can't say whatever you want to say nowadays. And that's fine because most people who understand this will generally just keep their mouth shut, allow things to unfold, stack their paper, move their families and friends out of the country, and just kind of live their lives, or find places where you don't have to deal with so much social media. You can open up a business, nobody knows you, move to Amsterdam, who knows. But with that being said, I don't believe everything that Kanye says. I don't take everything that he says to heart, because I can actually interpret what Kanye is trying to say in a bigger picture, a broader spectrum of things. So I will say that while Kanye has said some things that I personally probably wouldn't have said out loud due to the culture and the climate of America today and the world in general, I do believe that there's a lot of things that he is saying that stem from him wanting to see the Black community do better for ourselves in general. But any Blacks that speak about Blacks or to them, I guess, in a way that's like, hey, you're not doing good enough, is looked down upon, because we think that we're better than everybody else because we want better for everybody else, which doesn't make any sense. Literally, everybody thinks I grew up in the suburbs for some reason because my grandmother was a teacher, my mom was a teacher, my grandfather was in the Navy. My family speaks proper, they aren't hood, and that's wild because I'm Black and we should be ghetto as fuck.
I never get that. I just don't understand.
So, I mean, we had another comment on one of our videos talking about like hood dudes make more money than us square 9 to 5 dudes playing PlayStation all day. And it's like, okay, like you're piping down a bunch of broads, but like at the end of the day, like I don't have to worry about the FBI busting down my door unless the group chat gets leaked. So we already have contingencies on contingencies for that, because as soon as the group chat leaks, like everybody knows like we're heading out. Like there's no like everybody's got a 365 bag. Like we out. Like nah, but that's a joke. Everybody knows like the group chats among men are like the most diabolical things ever. But at this point, I don't even believe that, because the way these women be throwing it back on Twitter, and the wild things, like literally the only time I get notifications from Twitter, which I don't know why it's recommended to me, probably because of all the research that I've done over the course of the last 6 months, and just not believing that Twitter is as wild as it is, I follow random people and just to see what I see on there every day, and it does not disappoint. Like I've seen the wildest of wildest. So like I said, people get baited in by bots on there because I think there's a lot of bot accounts on Twitter that just put out random questions because there's no way that these can be real people. Like I said, like some chick posted like, yo, y'all nudes are whack. And that shit had like 1,000 posts on it. So we've already, if y'all want to know what I saw on there, just go back like 3 minutes because I'm scarred, bro. Like I'm so desensitized to all this stuff at this point that it's just like I log into the internet every day and I'm not shocked by the things that I see. What's mind-boggling and wild to me is how much people believe and how much research is not being done. How many people have not seen any of Kanye's interviews and literally are saying like Kanye is crazy still? Just because he says wild stuff. And as we got into the whole slavery as a choice thing, it's like, have y'all not seen Amistad? Because me and Pop were talking about that this morning. And I mean, Pop could go into the history of all these African civilizations that literally fought for their freedom and have freedom.
Like they were like, yo, I'm gonna either die in this bitch or I'm gonna be free.
But wait. That reminds me. But when Killmonger said that shit at the end of Black Panther, bro. I hope somebody comments in my box talking about, oh, you a CO, you know, the rest of it, or like, oh, y'all believe in Kanye, y'all, this, and that. Let me go back to 2017 when Black Panther come out, and don't let me see any Killmonger quotes on any of y'all pages, or I'm gonna at y'all next. I'll literally call you out in the comment box. I'm at your neck. I'll be in your Twitter. Like, yeah, what's good? Oh, you said you rather die than be a slave? Okay, bet. Because at this point, what are we really doing? Like, what are
not
we
a
really
goddamn
doing?
thing, bro.
Like, we're just
saying
running
like,
around
oh,
in circles.
Kanye's this and that, or this and this and that, and we don't do a goddamn thing.
And that's the thing, is like everybody's so quick to jump on. And the thing is like, sorry if you're not Black and you're on this podcast right now and you're just watching us go wild. It's probably pretty entertaining, I'd assume. But this is nothing against any other races or any other people. This is just between us, like at this point, because even other cultures could be like, yeah, I don't really mess with the Blacks. They be doing wild stuff like drinking Hennessy on a Tuesday morning and like playing dice outside of my apartment buildings. Like, I just be trying to go to work, but they be really trying to get me to gamble out here. Because it's like, what are we really doing? We literally have lost Nipsey Hussle to gang violence. Like, we have Black movie stars, or not even Black movie stars, because it's mainly Black rappers. They're just beefing with each other for what? Oh, we always talking about, oh, we shot ops, we shot this, and that. And even Kanye West, he called out Meek Mill's P. Diddy, because it's like, think about it. We have Black rappers who are getting away with federal charges, and they ain't no snitch.
It's something very strange. Very strange.
Something smells suspicious in here. But if y'all haven't seen, y'all could go to Twitter and check out Lil Durk's lawyer. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all want to see that instead of hearing us talk about like real life shit. Yeah. So if y'all just want to see some yams and cheeks, like she's over there.
Quick, tidbit of information. Yes, this lawyer, she is bad, but she is a single mom who has a mixed kid. Guess what the other race of her kid is? And the baby dad,
it's probably Indian.
Yeah. But anyways, no, he's Black. And the baby dad was an ex-rapper who got murdered. The more you know.
So she went into criminal justice to fight for Blacks who murder other Blacks. Allegedly. Oh, sorry.
Allegedly.
I almost got lost in the sauce right there. You know, you can't be saying wild stuff like that. But you know, the black community will come after me and be like, oh, how dare you speak on another black man who's potentially a murder suspect, but like, don't let Kanye say some woke ass shit or else you fake woke, all this other stuff. Like, so what a time to be alive. But in other news, I heard Drake and 21 Savage are supposed to be dropping an album on like a couple of days or something like that. So I know y'all care about that.
Nah, I need some reparations, bro.
Who are you, Dr. Umar? Like, come on, bro. You know brothers can't read. They give us a contract that says, yo, here's your reparations as long as you're a slave for the next 20 years. And people be like, as long as I'm getting that check, I'll sing, I'll dance. Like, come on, bro.
We need to do better, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to read books and stuff, but you know, that shit is hard. Like educating myself and listening to positive affirmations, meditation, working out. I actually had to go to the gym last night because I had so much on my mind. I just couldn't deal with all this like debauchery. It's it's funny. It's funny. It's really funny. It's not funny, but it's just the fact that most of the time blacks attack each other and other people just watch. And the thing is, the funny thing is, even in like RDC World Wildin', like there'll be a white dude or a white chick will come in there and be like, yeah, man, y'all are really getting fucked over on this. And they'll be like, shut up, white guy, like, shut up, white girl. Like, and it's just like, what are we doing, bro? Like, do you have people who are literally generally like not racist who are just like, yo, I see that like the black community is getting shit on. I'm trying to give some perspective from the other side looking in. I'm trying to say like, yo, I grew up in the suburbs and this is how it is over here. And like, I got both my parents and like, they're trying to lace you up on game and you're just like, oh, you're white. You wouldn't know what struggle is. Oh, you're Mexican. You wouldn't know what struggle is. Like, we don't want help. We want to suffer. We love drama. We love shooting dice. Like, see, I got the dice in my hand right now. You know, black man, I got to keep the dice on me, bro. Like, you never know when I might have to hit a 7-Eleven. So, you know.
I need to wake up before it's too late. I mean, maybe it is too late. I don't know. But for those of you watching, just if you would take a minute to actually listen to what Kanye is saying, not necessarily him bashing, because like listening to that Jewish guy, like him talking about like Hanukkah is like a financial whatever, that's kind of wild. I would kind of say that's a little bit anti-Semitic, but just listen to what he is trying to do, what he's trying to say in terms of what the black community should be like.
So let's not
or what
even
we should
say,
emulate.
so you know what? Let's not listen to Kanye, right? We're done with him, all right?
Yeah,
Let's go
let's
to
say
let's go to 19 Keys, who's literally speaking essentially the same things that Kanye is saying, but he hasn't said any wild and radical things because he actually knows how to speak. He knows how to
articulate, yeah.
exactly. He preaches black health, black education, working out, taking care of your body, educating yourself, taking care of women, just all the things that black men should be doing. So let's point you in a different direction, and we'll link 19 Keys Instagram below.
Check him out. He's really, really informative.
And the thing is, too, he'll point you in another. I was just watching his stuff the other day, and he was talking about what was it, the dude you were talking about, the hustler.
Wall Street Trapper.
Yeah, Wall Street Trapper. So he named off elite, and the thing is, he named off like 6 to 7 dudes off the top of his head to include him. So if you can't get it from us, you probably didn't make it this far. If you did make it this far, go ahead and hit that like button and be like, yo, I heard you loud and clear. We got you. And we'll know that we're on the right path and we're making content that is actually meaningful. I know I got a little wild and reckless with the whole OnlyFans, but if y'all still here, y'all probably could hit my link. I'll start it. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. But yo, The only thing we ask for is for you guys to support the channel. We already crushed our goal. Our goal was to hit 150 before Christmas, and we just hit it 2 days ago. So we will continue to put the truth out there. We're changing up our dynamic a little bit. We're going to be putting out a lot more articles, a lot more information. So if you hear us talk about it, we'll also later on link some of the content in our shorts and in our reels, and potentially just a regular post that won't be us shooting, but it'll be something that we have pulled information from or context from, so that you can see how we are articulating a lot of our ideas and coming up with the things that we are talking about. And it's not just far-fetched, because we want to give you guys at least some direction down the rabbit hole, so that at the end of the day, you can see that we're not just blowing smoke out of our ass.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
but with that being said, thank you
Next
for waiting this long, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe
Hit it,
button, and
hit
the
it, hit
bell
it.
notification for the latest updates. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I'm trying to post as much as possible, but as you can see, my eyes are red. I'm tired, and this is like my third job. I'm like part Jamaican at this point. Until next time, peace.
Peace.